All right, let's talk about why this temporary block on student loan relief is going to backfire significantly on Republicans. Because here on this channel, we like to talk about policy. As of recording this, November 11th, apparently a federal judge in Texas temporarily halted the whole thing, struck it down, which means that if Department of Education appeals it, it goes to the 8th Circuit Court, which is it the 8th or the 5th? Either way, whichever one Texas is in. Texas, of course, is in one of the most extreme right-wing courts, even though our judicial branch of the government is supposed to be apolitical. It is not. We've had a large chunk of political installments, especially during the Trump years, where he appointed like 25% of like federal vacancies. Pardon the background noise, by the way. I have dogs. But at any rate, they basically flooded the zone with frivolous lawsuits and went forum shopping. So for all the ones you heard about getting blocked or Amy Coney Island blocking something, those are different circuits, different cases. Basically, what the right wing is doing is weaponizing the court system, like quite literally. And I know that they make the same claim about the Department of Justice, which is a function of the executive branch, doing actual investigations for espionage. That's being weaponized. No, they're conducting investigations into actual crimes. What the right wing is doing is they're using the fucking court systems to target civil rights and actual executive power that Biden has. He can fully forgive student loan debt. He doesn't need Congress to do that. It's at the discretion of the Department of Education, which is a function of the executive branch. You don't need Congress to forgive student debt. But anyway, this is going to backfire significantly. So let's say that cocksucker, I forget what his name is, the federal judge in Texas, he strikes it down, sits on a fat, studded, rusty, phallic-shaped instrument, and then Department of Education appeals it, and then it gets struck down once again. That is not going to bode well for Republicans for a long time. That's going to be more ammunition for Gen Z and millennials and other people that had student loans to go out and further expand the power of the party that's actually fighting for them. If it gets appealed and then the forgiveness can go through after, 16 to 20 million people put in applications, including myself, something that I was actually really looking forward to. I think 90% of the beneficiaries of the program make less than $75,000 a year. So all the fucking lies and talking points that the right wing are putting out about, oh, it's for Ivy League people, it's for the elites. Well, fuck you. First of all, that's a lie. Second of all, it was means tested. So if you make $125,000 a year, and depending on where you live, that's either good money or decent money. That's not filthy rich money. And Ivy League schools, like, are you serious? All these people that probably either haven't gone to college or haven't gone in years, that don't know what the fuck college students are going through, are trying to talk on an issue that they once again know nothing about. So every argument against student loan debt cancellation is facile, it's weak, and it's really easy to rebut. But anyway, rebut. As I was saying, though, yeah, if it gets appealed and they win, the Republicans are still going to have the stench of them trying to do this anyway. So either way, they fucking lose. It's just a matter of how soon do the 40 million students win. And if you were against this, you are 1,000% on the wrong side of this issue, just like with probably pretty much every other issue. Your taxes aren't going to go up as a result of this. This doesn't affect you negatively at all. It actually benefits the economy because you got so many students that are weighed down by excessive loan debt that was predatory. And a whole generation of people were told that you can't do shit in this economy unless you have a college degree. And then we got price gouged into getting degrees. And I'm just, you know what? I'm just really fucking tired of being insulted by an entire class of people, whether it's political pundits or a political party or just a certain demographic. I'm just fucking sick of people saying like, oh, these fucking college-educated people with their liberal arts degrees, as if a bunch of fucking people didn't go to school for other degrees. And also as if liberal arts degrees actually do have a fucking place in society. But because it has the word liberal in it, you think you know what the fuck you're talking about. And again, you don't. There is a need for things like gender studies. Maybe if you fucking learned a little bit about that, you wouldn't be so fucking transphobic. And you are, because you vote in people that are authoritarian towards that entire community, that make it a crime to be trans. So I'm not being hyperbolic in my language or emotionally appealing in a negative way. I'm just going off of your voting patterns of what you find appealing about the people that you vote in and speaking the fucking truth. But yeah, I'm just fucking sick of people saying, oh, these fucking college degree holders get their loans forgiven. You got these hardworking Americans paying their bills. That is such garbage coded language, as if people with college degrees don't fucking work hard. I would wager that we fucking work harder than you, because we're doing the same fucking hard work that people without college degrees do, and we fucking went to college. So you can eat shit, okay? But also, you can't let this elite ruling class of Deca and centimillionaires, and of course billionaires too, let the middle and lower socioeconomic classes be at each other's throats. That's what they fucking want. They want us at each other's throats when we really should be directing our energy upwards towards them. We all fucking worked hard down here, whether we have college degrees or not. We all pay fucking bills. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, and that's because it's fucking designed to be like that. It's designed to say, hey, you went to college to try to better yourself, but we made it more expensive than it's been in decades. We've increased the tuition by hundreds of percentage points so that you can't get ahead, so that we can continue giving tax cuts and further giving more of the wealth to the top 1% through wage theft and through tax breaks. But yeah, no, it's just the people that don't have college degrees that work hard. Every talking point against student loan forgiveness falls fucking flat on its face. And again, no matter how this plays out, it's going to fucking backfire. And we're only a couple days into this midterm week, and Democrats have had a very good week. Historically, and this is my first time being alive, well, I mean, not being alive, but my first time being politically active during a midterm year where the incumbent party didn't get shellacked. It's actually still up in the air. The Democrats actually still have a decent chance at holding the House, and they're most likely going to expand their Senate majority by a seat. That's unheard of. And even though the state that I live in at this time likely just flipped to Republican, Democrats flipped a couple governor seats. So Democrats gained on the governor's front. They're likely going to gain on the Senate front. And they're probably going to hold on to the House. And not probably. They're likely going to hold on to the House. But if they lose the House, it's going to be bit by like very little. And that means that the House majority leader on the Republican side is going to have a very difficult time. So basically, the Democrats fucking won this midterm cycle. Despite Joe Biden's low approval ratings, Americans came out in droves because the Democrats actually fought for them. Despite all the hate machine, all the propaganda against certain figures, none of it's true. And again, on every policy front, especially on student loan forgiveness, if you're against it, you're on the wrong fucking side of it. If you don't like it because you don't think it's fair, guess what? Not all programs are designed for all people. My tax dollars go to plenty of fucking things that I don't directly benefit from, but I'm still okay with paying those tax dollars. And to all the people that paid off their college loan debts back when it was way more fucking affordable, what have you had the last couple decades? you've had more economic stability and certainty because you didn't have that debt hanging around you. So God forbid somebody like me who had to take on some debt despite having, prepaid college, still had to take out debt to finance it, to have some of it forgiven. God, it's just ludicrous. It's not unfair at all. When the middle class or even the lower class benefit from something, that's when we have a problem with it. Your taxes aren't going to go up. It's not unfair. It's actually good, because instead of a bunch of students paying a couple $100s a month for their student loans, what are they going to do with that money? They're going to save it. They're going to invest it. They're going to put it back in the economy. They're going to be able to buy a house, or they're going to be able to start a family. Because isn't that what you fucking Republicans want with your stupid, outdated ideology about the nuclear family, about the white picket fence that you guys are still fucking holding on to? I know what "Make America Great" means. It means again. It means let's go back to the pre-civil rights era, back when it's completely like it's not even like remotely hidden. When was America great? Economically speaking, yeah, it was back in the 1950s, back when we had unions, back when the rich paid a fucking high marginal tax rate. But what were we missing in the 50s? We were missing civil rights. So if you really want to fucking go back to when it was great, what was it back in the 80s when Reagan was around? When Reagan was the president? Was it what happened in the 80s? Stock market crash, high inflation, all the things that you're bitching about today also existed back then. So when the fuck was it? It wasn't ever, because that whole fucking messaging is why you guys lost the goddamn midterms this year. And your stupid student loan position is going to be why you're going to lose even harder in the future.